I feel like I've seen him somewhere before.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Titans Return Skullsmasher! Well, not this Skullsmasher, because we already reviewed this one. We're going to be reviewing this Skullsmasher. This is the Wei Jiang Upscaled Titans Return Skullsmasher. They're calling him CHAMPSOSAURS. That's the name they gave him. That's the name, but yeah. So there he is. I don't have any official packaging for him, but I do have an empty can of Bumblebee tuna. The cats love this. Anyway, so moving right along, here we have CHAMPSOSAURS, and again, just an upscaled version of Titans Return Skullsmasher, but very nicely done with some little changes here and there, which I do feel improve the figure, but yeah. Pretty cool, and of course we'll just do the comparison right off the bat with the original Deluxe Skullsmasher. As you can see, they pretty much just bumped them up to like Voyager size, so a nice size for this figure in my opinion. I think works a lot better in this scale, but getting close here so we can take a look at that noggin of his. You got the nice pink and green, very nice and glossy. Of course, you have not a Decepticon symbol there, but that's okay. You can cover that up with a sticker, which is what I'm going to do after this review is over. But nice details. You also have the same tampograph details that the Deluxe has, of course, without the Decepticon symbol there. Because they can't, because that would be wrong, even though this is still kind of wrong anyway. But hey! You know, cover your bases where you can. But still, all around, pretty nicely done. There you have the underside. Articulation-wise, just like on the original, the head is on the ball joints. You can wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle, wiggle, waggle. The mouth can open. You can totally rip his jaw in half. This only happens on camera. This has never happened before, but always on camera. Things just fall apart on me. Why does this happen? And only on camera. Get your head back on there, man. Jeez. My God. There we go. Oh my God. I was just trying. Let's try it again. There we go. See? The mouth can open. This only happens when I turn the camera on. That has never happened before. But when the camera turns on, boop, everything goes wrong. It's just, that's my life. But anyway, the mouth can open and close there. The arms can do a full 360. You have a soft ratcheting joint there. You don't hear any clicks, but it's the soft thoopage going on there. You have rotation right there. You can move his claws up if you want to. That's more for transformation, but you can do it. Does have rotation midway through the body there. And the hind legs are just on the ball joints. They can do a full 360. They can go in and out a bit. And the tail has a little bit of wiggle waggle to it. So there you go. Does anything else want to explode while the camera's on? No? Everything wants to stay together? Okay, cool. Let's continue on. Now he does include his gun right here, which is basically the same gun that came with the original version, as you can see, just upscaled. Very, very minor differences there in the molding, but basically the same gun, just bigger. And if you want to, you can store the gun underneath the tail, just plug it into the port right there, just like on the original. This is very, very snug. We can get that wedged up in there. You can store that right there on the tail, if you wish. And of course, he does include his Titan Master right here, which they did change the color of it. They went from black to gray for some reason, but okay. Well, you can see no paint on the face, unfortunately. Of course, the big belly button screw, that never changes. Pretty much the same as the original one. So here it is with the original Titan Master. And you can see, obviously, the color difference, the size difference, but basically the same molding wise, and the same upside down face, just the colors are different. So you got that going on. And Articulation-wise, the head does have a little bit of wiggly, waggly, wiggly, waggly. The arms around the ball joint can move out that far, can move all the way up. Hooray! And legs can go forward. They can go back, not really. And the knees can swing both ways. Full transformation. And just for some other comparisons, here it is with a Fans Project Headmaster. Here it is with a G1 Headmaster. So you got that going on. Now, of course, a couple things you can do here with the Titan Master. You have the post right there. You can plug that on. So you can just sit there and chill with the alligator, with the crocodile, the crocagator, whatever. I'll get corrected either way, so I don't care. And you can also open up the hatch right here. Now, here's one difference from the original. This hatch, on the original, the hatch is made of a soft plastic, which is a pain in the butt because sometimes you can't get it open because it falls in on itself. But it's made, I'm not going to fight with it, it's made of a soft plastic, whereas on the knockoff, it is made of a solid plastic, solid rigid plastic, which I feel is a lot better because then this doesn't happen and you don't have to fight with it to get it open, because that's annoying. But you can see there is a little bit of detail molding. You can see a little console molded in there. And you just get them into a seated position. And just plunk them down in there. And there you go. You can ride inside the crocagator if you wish. And you also have the option of get out of here. They're going to kill you. Anyway, you can remove the tail if you want to. And you can just get his legs out. And he can sit in here like so, and flip down this handle, and use that as a big gun emplacement if you wish, just like with the original deluxe version. In case you didn't realize, this does everything the original deluxe version does. But still, gotta show this off. It's a review, that's the point, to show what this does. So, let me remove the gun here. There we go. And put all this off to the side, and we'll get down to transformation, shall we? So let me just put all this stuff over here, and get down to it. So you remove the tail, and we have what is left here. So you just take the legs, and bring them down. You want to unpeg them. This works via pegs, as opposed to the clips on the original. So this pegs in, it does peg in very securely there. So you can see you have some like little mushroom pegs here now, instead of the clips. So you got that going on. Then you come in here and you flip down his toes, like so. Just got a fingernail in there. Flip down the toes. Now, one difference here is that you can now take these hind legs here and you can swing them to the back. Now, you can tuck them all the way in if you want to, but that doesn't help his stability at all. It does help if you just leave that foot just kind of sticking out as a heel spur, and that makes him super stable. Just bring that out like that and just kind of leave that leg out at an angle. I mean, yeah, it's sticking out pretty far, but it does greatly help his stability. So there you have the legs all done, and now we'll move on to the upper body. So you just take the crocagator head and you just untab it, bring it down against his back. You just bring it down the arms, rotate, straighten the arm out, bring up the claws. You now have a panel right here that you open up to flip out the hand. Close that up so that fills up the gap, which is quite nice. Same thing on the other side, second vest, just like the first. Bring it down, orient everything properly. Bring that back, open up the panel, flip out the hand, flip out the hand, flip out the hand. Close that up. And there you go. And now he is missing a head. Where's your head? Where's your head? He lost his head. And you just bring the arms down, fold him in half, and he just clips right on. Boop. Clips on really secure. And there you have CHAMPSOSAURS, aka Skullsmasher, in his robot mode. And he looks like the original deluxe, of course, with some little color differences here and there, but yeah, pretty nicely done. So let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. Some nice gold paint there for the visor, and some silver on the face. This chest panel right here is die cast, Done a nice sparkly silver paint. Some metallic blue in there, and some pink. Some more blue up there. And all around. Nicely done. Get some extra silver paint there on the knees, some silver paint on his toes. And again, you can see how the back works out here, with those legs serving as heel spurs now. Of course, he has the crocodile head on his back. You know, he always has that backpack going on. But yeah, pretty nicely done, all things considered. Now, articulation-wise, the head has a little bit of wiggly-waggly. Of course, can do a full 360. The shoulders are on a ball joint, so you have some forward and backward movement there. Can do a full 360. Can go in and out. You do have rotation at the bicep. You have that soft ratcheting elbow joint with 90 degrees of bend. The forearm itself can also rotate. Nothing at the wrist. You have a little bit of inward movement there due to transformation. You do have waist rotation. The legs are totally different. They're not on ball joints. They're actually on a pinned friction joint here, just a pinned hinge. So that works a lot better. And the legs go forward that far, back that far, outward that far. You do have thigh rotation. You do have actually a double jointed knee because you have a ratcheted joint right here at the top, which is quite stiff, but you can move that right there. And then you also have the second joint, which is a transformation joint. And if you want to make use of that, you have to move that hind leg out of the way. And you have full range of movement there at the knee. And the toes can move up due to transformation, if that serves any purpose for you. So you got that going on. Get them situated here. And of course, hey, see? Those big heels now do keep him stable. He wanted to fall back, but it was like, nope, can't do that now. Can't do that now. Of course, he can hold his weapons. You can give him his gun. You can give him the tail. You could drop the tail like a butterfingered moron, like I always do. I'm a professional. At least that's what I tell myself, even though I don't believe it. But you can hold the tail right there if you want to as well. Of course, you do still have that port back there, so you can store the weapon or the tail back there if you wish. So you got that going on, and yeah, so there you have that. And now for comparison. Here he is with Titans Return Voyager Megatron. Just so you can see again that they just bumped him up to Voyager class size, which I think works out quite nicely, in my opinion, anyway. So you got that going on, and here he is with the original deluxe Skullsmasher here. So you can see clearly differences in height, differences in paint. There are some molding differences throughout, like the forearms are actually totally different molds between the two, just to make for that new panel there. These are different molds. The lower legs are different molds because, as you can see on the original, you have these clips going on and this extra piece that sticks out to hold the hind leg in place. Whereas with the knockoff, you have the mushroom pegs here, and you don't have that extra panel sticking out because that would get in the way of the leg swinging in. So lower legs are a new mold as well, and of course you have the rigid plastic there for that hatch, and also, you know, this weird gap that he has in his waist. They did fill in for the knockoff, which is very nice. And again, the one improvement that they did make that I really like is that he doesn't have floppy legs as opposed to this guy. Now, granted, you can fix this with floor polish, but still, like this seems to have been like a widespread problem with this figure. Just everybody had like ragdoll loose legs on their Skullsmasher, and with this guy having the pinned hinge joint there, that just makes everything nice and solid. So I appreciate that. Whee! Get out of here. So yeah, there you have Wei Jiang's CHAMPSOSAURS, aka Titans Return, Skullsmasher, Skull Cruncher, whatever you want to call him. And it's a nicely done figure. I do like the little improvements that they made here and there. That really makes the figure a lot better. As far as quality goes, the plastic feels. I wouldn't say it feels as good as anything official. It doesn't feel like total knockoff plastic. The plastic feels knockoff-ish. Knockoff-ish, but not total like, wow, this is gonna break if I look at it funny. I mean, he's still quite solid and sturdy. Despite the fact that I accidentally like ripped his head apart. He does actually hold together quite well. Like I said, he still feels good, but he feels just a little knockoff-ish, but still a nice, solid, sturdy figure from Wei Jiang. Like I said, I like the little improvements that they made here and there. It just makes the figure all around better. I do like him being this size. I think this figure works a lot better in the Voyager scale, but that's just me, my personal opinion. I speak only for myself. But yeah, I dig it. So, there you go. Now I picked this up from Sir Toys. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below if you want to check them out. And for any official Titans Return figures, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check them out as well. You can also check out my knockoff Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Lori Plan, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff down in the description below. And I think that's pretty much all there is to say, so there is the Wei Jiang CHAMPSOSAURS, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old, you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Alright, boy, come on. Come on, we'll get you to your remote in no time. Come on. Alright, we're almost there. Young warrior! Listen to me, young... What? Yeah, I got nothing for this one. What the... Hey! I feel cheated! I just want you to know that. Whatever, come on, boy. Come on. Slow and steady, we'll get there. We'll get there.